Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and I'm so excited that you're joining me. Today's gentle practice is going to be very special, very calming, very restorative. I'm excited to relax with you all and kind of take some deep breaths myself as well. For today's practice, we're going to utilize 2 blocks, a strap, and today I want us to have a rolled up towel. So this is just a regular bath towel that I've rolled up nice and tight because I do want it to be pretty dense for us. And when you are ready with that, you can pause this, get your towel together. But when we're ready, we are going to get started today lying flat on the back. We are going to be utilizing this towel right away as we take this towel right in line with the thoracic spine. So we're going to be laying this right in the center of the back, right where the ribs are. Lying down flat, opening up, getting onto your mat where you want to be. Take your time getting here. We're not in any rush. Oh, we're not in any hurry. Big, deep breaths. Finding that right in the center line of your back with your ribs. Have the legs long if it's in your practice. Cactus the arms or have the hands on the belly if you prefer more grounding. Soften the eyelids and just breathe. Arriving without judgment, without requirement, without needs. Just being here. Noticing if we've even taken a full breath yet today. Let us inhale nice and full. And then the exhales, let them out slow, but pull the belly in towards the navel. Wring out all of the breath. Empty those lungs completely. Asking every inhale to be a little deeper, every exhale to be a little slower. Notice if you want to move that towel, maybe you want to inch it up just a little bit below the shoulder blades, maybe down a little closer to the lumbar. Listen to your body, maybe right where it's at is perfect. So we continue bringing in these deep breaths. Drop the shoulders, soften the brow, relax the jaw. See how heavy we can get in the body. Letting the head rest heavier, letting the shoulders relax a little more, the arms get heavy. Let the torso flop and the glutes relax. Let go of the thighs, the calves, and the feet completely. Let yourself just be here. We're not in any hurry today. We are not in any rush. Take 5 more of the slowest breaths that you can find. Moving slowly and mindfully as we take our time getting into our body. We're going to gently remove that towel, that support from under the back. Walk the feet up close into the glutes. Drawing those feet as close as they can get. Bring the feet out wide to the edges of the mat. Cactus the arms, windshield wiper the knees. Letting the knees fall from one side to the other. Find some hang time as the knees fall to one side. Acknowledging all that these hips do, all the work the legs do. Sending the breath to the areas that you need the most. Bring the knees back into center. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Hands can come onto the belly or down to the sides of the mat. You can stay in cactus arms if you choose. Flexing into the right foot, we press the right ankle down into the right knee. Track the right knee, or pressing down into the left knee. Track the right knee down, so pressing that right knee away from you. Creating a push between both legs. Treating the legs as one unit. Rock them from side to side. Be slow, be mindful. Stay breathing. The body comes back into center. Release that right foot down to the mat. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Flexing into that left foot, track that left knee down so that ankle is pressing into the top of the thigh. Treat the legs as one unit. Rock them from side to side. Waking up the lumbar. We're starting with the attention here in the center of the body, the hips, the lower back, the glutes. Parts of the body that are constantly working hard. They never get a break. Let's give them some love. Bring the legs back to center. Release the left foot down to the mat. As we pull both knees in towards the ribs, give yourself a hug. Roll out the ankles. Scrunch and flex the feet. Scrunching the toes in, spreading them wide. Point the toes and pull the toes towards the shins. Thank these feet, love these feet, everything these feet do for us. They deserve our gratitude. As we lower both feet down to the mat, we're going to bring the right foot over to the left glute. Bending into the right knee, we're going to lower that right knee down to where the left hand can just about touch the left foot. Now, if it's in your practice, you can grab the top of that left foot, pull it in a little closer, breathe. Guide the legs down, extending the front side body till we can feel it in the top of the thigh. Breathe. Big belly breaths, and if this feels good, option to take the left foot over the top of the right thigh. Not quite accessible for me today. I'm a little tight. Breathe here. 2 more breaths. Releasing the right foot, guiding that right foot back down to the mat. Windshield wiper the knees here. Notice the difference between the 2 legs. Legs come back to center. Begin to walk that left foot over towards the right glute. Bending into that knee, surrender that leg to the mat. Grabbing the top of that left foot if it's in your practice, pulling it in a little closer. Guiding that left leg down towards the mat. Extend until you feel it. Again, if it's in your practice, after a few breaths, option to take the right leg, the right foot planted on top of the right thigh. Again, not for me today. Breathe. One more full breath. And on the exhale, release the foot, slowly bring it back to the mat as we windshield wiper the knees once again. In your own time, rolling on to the left side body, using the arm as a pillow. Close your eyes and just breathe. And in your own time, press the body up into a Sukhasana, a comfortable seat. Offering a block under the glutes, maybe even taking a seat onto that rolled towel. Just coming into this cross-legged position, take a few intuitive movements with your breath. Notice where you feel it, how you feel it. Don't worry about why you feel it. So we ground down into the legs, rotating the pelvis forward, making room for the lungs, shoulders pull back. Let them rest down. Palms can flip up to receive, face down to ground. Close the eyes and come back to the breath. Taking our time to arrive, to be here, fully present. Giving yourself the gift of this very moment. Coming into what we call our Ujjayi breath, where the inhales are just as long as the exhales. We find that slight constriction in the back of the throat. This is known as our breath of water, our ocean breath. Lets the body know that we are safe. Lets the nervous system know it's okay to be calm. As we come here in our bodies humbly, with love and affection. Taking the hands to the knees, palm facing down, spine stays long, rock back and forth. Rocking back and forth until you feel good to begin making circles. Guiding the body around. You may feel good leaving the hands on the knees. I like to take my hands off of the legs, bring it onto the mat. Close the eyes, moving intuitively. Switching directions when you feel it. Staying grounded in the legs. Again, loving to the body. The body comes back into neutral, drawing the shoulders down and back. Find circles in the neck. Rolling the head around, fast or slow. Switch directions when you need. Maybe you find that perfect area that just needs extra time, extra breath. Sit with it. Breathe in to it. Letting your breath guide your practice, guide your exploration of your body. Remembering that all this practice is for you, so you get what you need from it. Taking in 2 more breaths. Eventually guiding the head back into center. Tuck the chin back towards the spine. So not pulling it down to the chest. Keep the crown nice and tall. Pull the chin back. And as you pull the chin back, keep that actively pulling back. Draw the shoulders down and back as you slightly turn the head from left to right. Another way to stretch the neck, a beautiful way to access this SCM, to strengthen the neck as much as we stretch it. This is not meant to be cute. This is not meant to be pretty. This is meant to be very functional. 2 more breaths. Guiding the head back into center, soften the shoulders, roll through those shoulders. Roll them up to the ears, back behind you, down to the mat, and around and forward. As exaggerated as the body will allow. One more roll through, and as they settle in back and behind, shine the palms forward and beside you. Opening the palms, opening the heart. Inhale, lift the hands up to the sky. As you exhale, plant the right hand down. Reach the left arm up. Reaching up and over. Try not to collapse that left shoulder forward, but keep pulling that left shoulder back. Inhaling to reach up. Exhaling to surrender more to the side. Open those ribs. 3 more breaths here. As you inhale, bring both hands high overhead. Exhale, plant the left hand, reach the right hand over. Again, we're pulling that right shoulder back, keeping the heart open and facing forward. Inhale to reach to the side. Exhale to surrender over. 3 more. Inhaling to reach. Exhaling to the side. Inhale, bring both hands up to the sky. Exhale, interlace the fingers, bring the elbows out wide. Take the hands behind the head. Pull that chin back towards the spine. Keep the elbows wide. Pull the shoulders down. Breathe. Feeling that push and pull as you press the head back into the hands. Opening the shoulders, see if you can guide the shoulders down a little further. Keep the elbows wide, 2 more breaths. One more inhale. And the exhale, slowly release the hands. Take the legs out wide as feels good. Grounding down into the glutes, grounding down into the legs, maybe inch the legs a little wider. So you lengthen up in the spine, tucking that chin back, lengthening from behind the ears. Breathe. Reaching out of the crown of the head, tuck that chin back. Glutes are grounded, spine is long like a metronome. We will begin to rock from side to side as you lean to the left, ground down into the right glute. And just the same, we lean to the right, press down in the left glute. Keep the spine long. We're not folding just yet. Keep it somewhat rigid. Rocking from side to side. Keeping the spine long, we're then going to stir the pot. Bring the body around. Keep an open heart. So we're not rounding the spine and flopping the body around. The spine is rigid, long and strong. Finding that circular motion. As far as we can in every direction. And then switching directions of your rotation when you are ready. Opening up the hips, acknowledging again the lumbar. The places where everything in the body connects. Everything communicates here. The body then comes back in to center. Guide the soles of the feet to touch. This is particularly where I really recommend having something under the glutes, whether that is that rolled up towel or a block. Guiding forward so we can rotate the pelvis forward. Grounding down into the legs. If this feels like a lot for the hips or the knees, bring blocks or support. That could even be this towel balled up real nice and close. Bring yourself to a comfortable space. I'm taking that support not because I necessarily also need it, but that when I take it away, the body starts to feel a little nervous. It starts to feel unsure. We start to feel like we're forcing more than allowing. The body needs to feel safe in order to surrender. Wiggle those toes together. Hands on to the knees. Inhale, cow. Press the chin forward. Lift the chin up. Press the belly and the heart forward and up. Exhale, cat. Pull the ribs back behind you. Round the shoulders like you were trying to touch them to the front of the hips. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Finding a neutral spine. Shine the palms forward. Inhale, reach the arms up and wide. On the exhale, reach as far forward as you can. Reach, 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 reach. One more inhale. On the exhale, surrender. Whatever that looks like for you. Maybe we tent the fingers and draw the shoulders back. We may want to keep that long spine if this is very intense. If it feels good to round, to fold, to flop, let it happen. 3 generous breaths. The very bottom of that exhale, let the inhalation roll you up one vertebrae at a time, shoulders stacked once again with hips. Lengthening up from behind the ears. Give yourself one breath here. Embracing, appreciating, and honoring. As we remove the support, we're going to roll the body forward, coming to a tabletop. Hands below shoulders, knees under hips, fingers spread wide. Rock the hips from left to right. Tuck the toes under if it's in your practice. Let the head hang heavy. So we come in to center, bring the knees out wide, toes come to touch. Inhale to press your heart forward. Exhale, guide the tail back, slow surrender down, child's pose. Resting the third eye, come back to your Ujjayi breath. Allowing that rhythmic breath to take over. Find the variation that feels comfortable for you here. Drop the belly, soften the shoulders. Option to take one of the ears to the mat. Option to drape the arms down instead. Whatever feels good for you today. Surrendering to your thoughts, letting go of what is plaguing the mind. Letting go of distractions without force, without resistance, without punishment. Letting yourself be here in your body, uninterrupted. 3 more. slow breaths. Very bottom of your next breath, gently guide the gaze forward as we walk the hands back slowly, just 1 inch at a time. Leaving the knees wide, roll through the shoulders. So we take our time making our way up towards the top of our mat. Shifting over onto the sit bones, we want our blocks and our strap within reach. Planting the feet flat in front of us, having everything we need right next to us. So we hook the hands behind the knees, draw the shoulders down and back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. All the way flat onto the back once again. As you guide the feet up close to the glutes, preparing for a supported bridge, using the largest, flattest side of the block. Inhale to lift the hips, slide the block under, right under the sacrum, that flat spot at the base of the spine. Think of it as the back of the hips. If one block feels good, you're welcome to find an additional one, stacking it on top. Getting as much or as little as you would like from this. Hands could be onto the belly, down by the sides, cactus arms. You could reach the arms up overhead, even reach for opposite elbows above the head. The feet could stay planted in line with the glutes. You could butterfly the knees open. Or you could let the knees fall in to touch. Option to set one leg long, maybe both. Wherever you are, soften the body and breathe deep. Dropping the tension on the exhales, bringing in nourishment with your inhales. Stay with your ocean breath. Three more breaths here. Gather everything you need. Change placement of the hands, the arms, the legs. On the very bottom of your final breath, drag the heels back in line with the glutes. Option here, if you feel steady on your blocks, if you feel safe and secure, try lifting one leg up and then the other. Hover the knees over the hips. If this feels good in the body, send the legs up to the sky, roll out the ankles, scrunch and flex the feet. You can send the legs wide if you choose, knees bent or long, any variation. Rest in this inversion for 3 slow breaths. Lowering the blood pressure. Having the heart not work so hard. Trying to get the blood back up from the feet. All day long, our body fights gravity and prevails. Giving your body the gift of ease. When you are ready, gently bend back into both knees as we plant both feet flat. Inhale, barely lift the hips, remove the blocks, lower down one vertebrae at a time. As we take our strap in hand, gathering it over the knees, we're going to pull the knees in towards the ribs, keeping the elbows tucked in towards the body, shoulders grounding down, head grounds down. Rock the knees back and forth to the top and bottom of the mat. Gently rocking, warming up the sacrum. Loving these hips, thanking the sacrum in these hips. A lot of emotions get stored here. It's not easy stuff. This is heavy energy. It's where a lot of our grief lives, a lot of our sadness. It's okay. As we guide the knees back into center, slowly release the left foot flat, keeping the right knee under the strap. If it's in your practice, send the left leg long. Using the strap, we're going to rock that right knee back and forth like we were top to bottom. Warming this hip up and then finding circles with the knee. Using the strap and the strength of the arms to guide the knee as far in every direction as feels good. Switch directions when you're ready. Bring the knee back into center. Take your time. We're going to hook that strap under the right foot. Sending the right foot up to the sky. Get a good grip on that strap. As we have the ankle stacked with the knee and the hip, micro bend in the knee if this is feeling tight. As we have that strap directly below the ball mount of the foot, begin pulling down onto the foot. Pulling the toes towards the shin, stretching out that calf, the Achilles heel. This also stretches the foot. Beautiful, beautiful. Big belly breaths. As you pull down as much as feels good, begin to rock the leg top to bottom. Back and forth. As far away and as close to you as feels good. Bringing that foot back into center, we can use the strap to guide the leg from left to right. Now, it does not matter how far we are guiding from side to side. Just guide. Get that movement going. Maybe you decide that you want very large side-to-side swipes. Whatever feels good to you. So we bring that foot back into center. Use the strap. We're going to start by finding the tiniest circle we could draw with that foot. Gradually make every circle just a little larger, as if you were drawing a spiral with that foot. Taking your time, peeling the edges of your mobility, eventually finding your full range of motion. Now take your time, really use this strap. Use your strength, letting the leg be guided by the strap. And once you find the very largest circles you can, stay with those large circles and switch directions. Guiding the circles in the opposite way, we start with the very largest circles, gradually making each circle just a little bit smaller. Giving full range of love to this hip, this ball mount joint. This is the motion that is the lotion for the body. Taking your time as that foot eventually guides back into center, right into neutral. As we've warmed this hip up, you're going to take the left hand with the strap. Keep that left leg long. Inhale to cactus the right arm. Exhale, pull that leg over to the left, keeping that right shoulder glued. Use the support of the strap. The leg is not lifting and holding itself. The strap is holding the weight. Track this right glute down and breathe. 3 breaths with me here. Getting into the IT band, the glute, the piriformis. This is excellent for the sciatica. The bottom of that final breath, inhale the leg back into center. As you exhale, bring the right foot out to the right. Strap is supporting the leg. We are opening, we are breathing. Great for the adductor, great for the inside of the ankle. This is a wonderful way to open those hip flexors. 2 more breaths. On the inhale, guide the leg back into center. As you pull that foot down, bend deep into the knee. Start to guide the knee outside of the ribs. This is our supine low lunge, pulling down on the strap. Open that hip. Take 3 breaths with me. Slowly release the foot from the strap. Plant the right foot flat down on the mat. Windshield wiper the single knee. Let that right knee flop from side to side. And then we find a half butterfly, walking that foot into the inner thigh. Let the right knee fall out wide. 3 slow breaths. Drop that tension. Rebalance the body on the exhales. At the very end of that final exhale, slowly send the right leg long. Windshield wiper the feet. Let the feet flop from side to side. Start to rearrange some of that energy we woke up. So we drag both feet up towards the glutes. Take the strap over the left knee. Pulling that left knee in if it's in your practice. Send the right leg long. Using the strap, rock the left knee back and forth to the top and bottom of the mat. Then when you're ready, we turn that into circles. Use the strap to guide it around. Switching directions of those circles when you're ready. Great body weight massage for the glute. Again, warming up the sciatica. Knee comes back into center as we take that strap under the left foot. Taking that strap directly below the ball mount of that left foot. Getting good grip on that strap. Micro bend into the left knee. Flex hard into that left foot. Pulling the toes towards the shin. Pulling down on the strap. Micro bend in the knee. Breathe into the hamstring and the calf. As we rock the foot back and forth to the top and bottom of the mat. Warming up this hip, understanding each side may feel incredibly different. Keep the head relaxed down, keep the shoulders grounded. As the leg guides back into center, use the strap to rock the foot from left to right, guiding the leg from side to side. Let it be as far or as close to center as you choose. As the foot comes back into neutral, we're going to use the strap to guide the very tiniest circles we can find. Again, small circles with that foot. As we gradually get larger, not in any rush, just peeling this spiral little by little. Eventually making these circles larger, larger, until we discover our full range of motion. Maybe you change the way you're using the strap. Guide the leg around. Notice where you feel resistance, where it feels tight. Lean into it. Find that edge if you choose. And once you have found the very largest circle you can find, keep those large circles and then switch directions. Taking the largest circle a few times and then gradually making each circle just a little smaller, tracing that spiral back. So that foot eventually makes its way back into center. Take the strap with the right hand, all in one hand. Inhale, cactus the left arm. Exhale, take that leg across the side body. Keep the left shoulder anchored. Use the strap to support the leg. Breathe. Tracking that left glute down, not scrunching the side body, making plenty of room for the lungs. 3 generous breaths here. Again, that IT band, the piriformis, the glute, the sciatica, so much lives here. The bottom of that breath, inhale the foot into center. As you exhale, use the strap to support it as we take the foot far out to the left. Opening the adductor, that inner thigh, the hip flexor. 2 more breaths here. The bottom of that exhale, inhale the foot back into center. Grab the strap with the hands. Begin to pull down onto the foot as we bend deep into the knee. Bring that knee outside of the ribs. Finding our supine low lunge. Pulling down, opening up. 3 big breaths. Slowly lower the left foot down to the mat. Set the strap aside. Windshield wiper the single knee. Rocking that left knee from side to side. Coming into that half butterfly, walking that foot to the inner thigh and letting the left knee fall out wide. Surrender the body. Soften the tension on the exhales. 3 slow breaths. And at the very, very bottom of that final breath, send the left leg long, windshield wiper the feet, flop them from side to side. Dragging both feet up close to the glutes. We're going to lift the hips, tuck the tailbone, lower the vertebrae down one at a time. Tailbone very last. As we walk those feet up closer into the glutes, we're going to bring the feet into center. Butterfly the knees out wide, our Supta Baddha Konasana. Just like when we were sitting, offer support under the knees, not because you have to, but because you get to. Let the body feel safe here. Hands onto the hips, hands onto the belly. Cactus the arms, reach for opposite elbows above the head, whatever feels good. Close the eyes. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. This is a great way to fall asleep if you ever have trouble sleeping. The body in this position, the Supta Baddha Konasana, and the rhythmic, even breaths. Relax the body, soothe the mind. Let the blood flow easy. As you let the head get heavier, drop the shoulders. Let the mouth fall open. Rest the eyelids and begin to slowly drift away from the breath. Drifting away from the control, away from the doing, as we ease ourselves into just being. Staying here for a few more breaths with the option to take this as your final Shavasana, or the option to send the legs long if you desire. Listening to your body, letting go of your breath. Allow yourself to completely relax. Let the mind and body restore as you find stillness and peace. Slowly begin to bring the inhale deeper. And with micro movements in the fingers, the toes, roll out the wrists and the ankle. Reach the arms overhead, point the toes, arch the back, find a little tug of war as you roll on to your right side in a supported fetal position. May you release yourself from the versions of you created in order to survive. Let yourself repeat. I release myself from the versions of me I created to survive. Using the strength of your arms to press yourself up into a comfortable seat, let us share a single breath together, sealing our practice today. Bring the hands to heart center. Exhale it all. Pulling in a slow, deep, mindful inhale all the way to the top. Bring in a little bit more. One more sip. Then together we let it go. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May your entire universe be filled with peace, joy, love, and light. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I sincerely appreciate you. I hope your body feels good. I hope your mind feels great. I hope you rest well and live well, and I'm so excited to see you next time. I love you all. Mwah.